Nick, where are you? I haven't seen you anywhere since the wedding ceremony ended. Did you go to the bathroom or something?
No, don't worry, I'm with my mom right now. I'm sitting in the lounge with her having a nice long chat. It's been a long time since I've gotten the chance to do this. Oh, also, I bought a cup of coffee here, and man, it is delicious.
Is that right? I'm sure it's as good as you say. I'll head over there then. I haven't said hello to your mom yet either, so this is perfect.
Nah, there's no need for that. Stay where you are and see the other guests off or something. I don't know. Make better use of your time.
But I really should. I'd like to leave a good impression on her as your wife.
I'm telling you, it's fine. Don't waste your energy. My mom can finally relax. If you come into the picture, she can't take it easy anymore. She doesn't know you that well, and so she's not completely comfortable with you. She'll feel obligated to mind her manners and entertain you. At any rate, our wedding was a blast. So many people came to congratulate us.
Yeah, it was. I wish I could have been a little bit more modest, though. It was kind of overwhelming. I didn't realize just how many people would be coming. Oh well, it's not like I could have sent them home.
What are you saying? This wedding doubled as your induction ceremony as the company's CEO. That's why everyone had to be here to greet you. It's only natural considering your position. You needed to make it known far and wide just who you are and that you mean business. Of course there'd be a lot of people. You shouldn't expect anything less. And of course, as your husband, I had to make who I am known as well.
Oh, is that how it's supposed to go?
Yep. You're officially the CEO, not only in name now, but formally. Now be sure to make me look good and support me.
Huh, I mean, yeah. We're partners, so I'll support you. You've been supporting me too, after all. I'll do my best to make everyone proud. But time goes by so fast. It's already been 2 years since my father passed away.
Really? It feels like it's been forever.
I had to act like a substitute CEO for the past 2 years, and it was really difficult. I wasn't prepared to take over so soon. But it's thanks to everyone's support that I could manage to pull through. That includes you, Nick.
Yeah, he died all of a sudden without warning. He was pretty healthy up until that point. It was a huge shock. It understandably really got you down in the dumps. I had to stop by your house every once in a while to wake you up since you'd find it impossible to get out of bed.
Right. You know how my mom died when I was still in high school, right? When my dad died too, it suddenly felt like I was all alone. And then I was racked with anxiety over how I was going to lead the company after his death. I just wanted to coop myself up in my room and sleep it all away.
Glad you had me by your side, right?
Yeah, thanks. I don't know what I would have done without you. And I'm grateful you waited until after I was done mourning to plan our wedding. It would have been too much for me to handle.
How mean would I have been if I didn't? I'm always taking your feelings into consideration. That's just the kind of man that I am.
Seriously, I truly appreciate it. So what are you doing with your mother right now? Have you sent her home yet?
Oh, about her. She's actually gonna stop by a hotel for the night.
Oh, she is? She isn't heading straight home?
Yeah, so I gotta stay with her so she won't be alone. She seems exhausted, and you know how she's getting on in the years. I'm worried about her. As her son, I gotta take care of her and make sure she's gonna be alright tonight.
I mean, that sounds reasonable enough, but I feel a little uneasy. Where will you be staying? I'll go over there right away.
Don't bother. I'm sure you're exhausted too, aren't you? Take it easy and rest. Go home without me. I'll stay by my mom's side and keep her company.
Are you sure you'll be okay? I'm sure you're just as tired as I am.
It's no big deal, no need to worry. I have all the energy in the world when it comes to taking care of my mom. And our honeymoon is the week after the next anyway. We aren't in a rush. I have plenty of time to rest up.
Ah, right. Sorry that we couldn't go on our honeymoon right away. Work was really getting in the way.
Don't worry about it. Doing work for the company is important. It's for the sake of both of us. Since your company is also my company.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, we're a couple now, isn't it obvious? As the husband, my wife's stuff is my stuff too.
Okay. I guess there are some people who might think that way. I can't really judge how others live. Some couples really do share everything. But I don't necessarily agree. I don't think everything of mine should be yours.
What the heck are you saying? Of course it's everything. Otherwise, there would be no point in marrying you.
That's a little harsh. I feel like your image of how a couple should be is pretty different than mine. Of course we should share some things, but there are things that belong only to us individually. I think that's healthier.
Don't misunderstand me. In short, I'm also saying your burdens are my burdens too, and I'll help you carry them.
I mean, that makes me happy at least. You could have put it a nicer way, though.
Although my stuff belongs only to me, not you.
Huh? Wait a second. Isn't that kind of weird, though? Something's off there. Why are you the only one who owns anything?
That's just how couples are supposed to work. I didn't make up the rules. A wife's stuff belongs to her husband. A husband's stuff belongs to himself. To put it simply, everything belongs to the man of the house. That's the way of the world.
I can't really make peace with that way of thinking. It's too old-fashioned for my tastes.
Well, whatever, we just got married. From here on out, let's talk about all sorts of stuff to make sure that we're always on the same page. We have all the time in the world.
I guess so. So, I suppose I'll leave your mother in your hands? You'll be okay, right?
Definitely, leave it to me. Oh, yeah, just so you know, I'm gonna take the entirety of next week off.
Say what now?
I was thinking I wanted to take my mom on a trip to somewhere nice.
That's sudden. This is the first I'm hearing of it. Why didn't you say anything sooner?
That's why I'm telling you right now. Look, after next week, we'll be on our honeymoon. I feel bad that I'm the only one who wants to go on a nice trip while my mom has to go back home to an empty house. She lives there all alone. And there's still a week until our honeymoon where we're not doing anything special thanks to your work pushing it back. I thought it was a perfect opportunity. I decided I'll take her for a trip in the meanwhile while you finish up all the important stuff you gotta do.
Even so, I would have liked to have heard word of this a little sooner.
I'm taking my own mother on a trip with my own money. Why do I have to tell you anything? Do I always need to get your permission? We're both adults here. Don't tell me you're gonna act like the big bad CEO even in our own house. What a nag.
I didn't say that. Please don't get so defensive. Family matters aside, you're still one of the company's many employees. If you're gonna take a week off, you have to file a notice in advance just like everyone else. You can't take the day off without warning.
What? Couldn't you just take care of that for me? It'd be a piece of cake. I mean, you are the CEO. Come on. I'm sure you could make a few accommodations for your husband. Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. Don't you love me?
I do care about you, but I can't. It's unfair if I give my family members special treatment. The other employees will voice their dissent. I need to keep everyone happy to ensure I can continue to provide them with a good work environment. It boosts productivity and helps the company out in the long run.
What are you even saying? You sound like you're reading off a manual or something. It's common for females to call in for their husbands. Why don't you consider it one of those instances?
No, that's for when the person is unable to call in for themselves, such as when they're too sick or were involved in an accident. You're not incapacitated in any shape or form, so there's no excuse for you. Why are you so nonchalant about it? Is it really that wise to be taking that much time off? Combined with our honeymoon, you're going to be taking nearly 2 weeks worth of vacation time. You're going to start running low on paid leave, aren't you? Shouldn't you be worried? What if you get sick later this year?
You are so hard-headed. If I'm running out, then just give me more. That should be easy. What is wrong with you? I'm the CEO's husband. I have a right to that much.
Of course I can't. That'd be giving you special treatment. You're allotted a certain amount of paid vacation time per year for a reason. You really ought to be spending it more wisely.
Wow, you're useless. What can you even do then? If you can't do any of that stuff, you're basically just a figurehead rather than an actual CEO. Nothing but a pretty little decoration. A real CEO should be a little overbearing and stick with his own opinions without caring about what anyone else says. If someone has anything to say about it, you tell them to stand down.
If it's in the best interests of the company, I'll act that way. But this is a personal matter. I don't think I have any right to be abusing my power and showing favoritism toward anyone.
This is why people look down on female CEOs. They just aren't meant to be leaders. I mean, look at our presidents. Do you see any females there? There's a good reason for that. They need to stick to making coffee and staying out of the way. Let men handle everything, you know?
Women are as capable as men when it comes to just about anything. But what's with you? You're sounding pretty misogynistic right now. Please check yourself. Everyone worked so hard ever since my father died. They really helped boost my morale and stay strong. I can't betray them by playing favorites.
You're too soft if you let that get your heart all mushy. God, women. They can't do anything right. When it comes to running a business, it should be all facts, not feelings. I should have known. Well, I guess I got no choice. I'm gonna have to keep that company of yours under lock and key. If it stays in your hands, it's gonna tank and everyone's gonna lose their jobs. And if that happens, that'll be all your fault. You'll come crying to me. I'm saving you from yourself. As soon as I get home, I'm taking over.
What? Wait, what are you thinking? Don't be so rash.
Whatever, just leave everything to me. Well, I guess I do gotta recharge my spirits first. That's why I'll be taking my mother out for a nice trip. We'll be back in time for the honeymoon. Make sure the company doesn't blow up while I'm gone.
Hold on, Nick.
Bye-bye.
Nick, I have something I need to ask you. Could you please pick up? It's really important. We need to talk about this right now.
Oh, shut up. What are you blowing up my phone for? I'm busy. You need something? I'm about to have lunch with my mom. If you have something to say, make it quick.
Yeah, I do. Listen, the funds that were meant to be used for the honeymoon are gone. I just got a call from the travel agency that they still haven't received any payment, so they're about to cancel all our reservations. I gave the money to you, right? What did you do with it? You told me you already gave it to them, didn't you? So why don't they have it? Has there been some kind of mistake in the system or something?
Yes, of course I did.
What's the meaning of this then? Did you accidentally send the money to the wrong place?
As if I'd make such a stupid mistake like that.
But it's true that they still haven't gotten the payment. We were supposed to have given them the payment 1 week in advance prior to our honeymoon. We're gonna have a huge problem if we don't get it to them soon.
I repurposed those funds to use for the trip with my mom.
Excuse me? You did what?
I mean, that was taken from my salary, right? In other words, I earned that money and I can do whatever I want with it. Problem?
Hey, what on earth are you thinking? That's not how it works.
You should pay for the honeymoon with your own money.
And you didn't even say anything? Isn't this just too selfish of you?
Oh, shut up. I can do whatever I want. It's my money and I'm free to do with it as I please. If you're my wife, you better not disobey me. You have no business to be ordering me around.
That's not the issue here. The problem isn't just that you used the money outside of its intended purpose. We're gonna have a huge problem if you keep making your own decisions without consulting anyone about it. There is a distinct lack of communication in this relationship right now, and I'm not having it.
So are you saying that I shouldn't take care of my own mother? Is that it? Oh, right. I guess that's easy for you to say. You don't have one. I bet you don't even remember what it's like to have a mom to take care of.
I'm not saying that either, but that's a low blow coming from you. You know that's a sore topic for me.
Oh, suck it up. My mother raised me as a single mother all on her own. What part of me taking her for a trip do you have a problem with? Tell me, because from how I see it, I'm just rewarding her for her hard work over the years.
Oh my God. This isn't about whether or not there's a problem with it. Are you actually listening to me? I don't mind you taking her for a trip or whatever. Good for you. You're using your paid vacation time rather liberally, but that's about all I have to say. But no matter how you look at it, using funds I specifically gave you to use for our honeymoon is way out of line. It's a breach of trust.
No, it isn't. You're my wife. Because of that, my mother is also your mother. You have an obligation to take care of her like any normal parent. So you have no right to complain if I decide to spend money on her happiness.
Don't change the subject. We're a married couple now. We're partners. We should discuss these kinds of things beforehand at the very least. But you're doing all these things without my input. I have very little confidence in our future together. I don't think we can keep doing this.
What the hell is up with that? You know we just got married yesterday, and yet you already sound like you're on the verge of breaking up with me? That is hilarious. Is your heart made of glass, or what? Are you a little snowflake just because you got your feelings hurt a little?
That's why I'm voicing my concerns right now. We're supposed to spend a long life together up into our old age side by side. I want us to consult each other on important decisions every step of the way before deciding on anything. I need someone who's willing to communicate with me as equals. But one person making all the decisions while telling the other to shut up and obey isn't gonna fly for me. This isn't how a married couple should be behaving.
It seems you still don't understand. I told you before, didn't I? It doesn't matter what you think. A wife should stand down and obey her husband. That's just what wives are supposed to do, in both the house and the office.
The office is a new one to me. There's no way I can. I'm the company's CEO. It's true that we're currently a couple, but we can't get our personal affairs involved with business. We need to respect each other's positions and know our place within the company.
Yeah, and you need to set a good example. If you obeyed me, then it's natural that everyone else in the company will follow. They'll know that I'm the one they're supposed to respect. CEO or not, it's a wife's duty to make her husband look good and support him from behind. Of course she should do that much. Or else there's absolutely no point in becoming your husband.
That again. I remember you saying something like that before, and I was thinking about how it was rubbing me the wrong way, but don't tell me that you only married me because I was going to become the CEO. You're not that pathetic, are you?
Huh? Of course, why else? It's not pathetic, it's me being reasonable. I think everyone should be as calculative. Oh no, did you only realize that now? That's embarrassing. I always choose my partners carefully, considering what they bring to the table and what kind of future they'll give me before deciding if I want to date them. If you weren't the daughter of the CEO, I wouldn't have even given you the time of day.
You what? So the whole reason you were so nice to me for the past 2 years after my father died? Don't tell me.
Yep, it was to secure my right to the position of being a CEO's husband. It took forever. You were at your most vulnerable then. It was the easiest time to get on your good side and leave an impression. But you refused to formally take up the position as the CEO or get married until you were done grieving your dad. Oh, it was so annoying. But since we got married, I guess you can say it was worth it in the end.
It took that long because you agreed to let me take my time.
Of course I agreed. I had to go with the flow. Imagine if I'd gone and told you to hurry up and marry me right then. That would have been a huge mistake, right? The correct response was to tell you to take your time. I'll always be there for you, all that mushy nonsense, even if I didn't actually feel that way. I'm sure acting that way probably got you more attached to me too, so that was a bonus.
I had no idea that you were thinking like that you were approaching our relationship with those kinds of intentions. I was so happy that you were comforting me in my time of need, that I could have a shoulder to cry on. I had no idea you had this kind of dark side to you. I didn't know that this was all conditional. It's so shocking, I can't even laugh.
Why? You did know that your whole becoming a CEO thing was your biggest benefit, right? What other merit do you think you have? When you decide to marry someone, you're supposed to size up each other's merits and agree that marriage has something good in it for the both of you. People in the past used to do that all the time, and there weren't any problems with it. Their families would talk to one another and arrange marriages that would be most beneficial for everyone involved. None of the true love nonsense. Honestly, they had the right idea. So basically, that means I fell in love with the part of you that was set to become a CEO. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No way. That's it? That's the only reason you ever wanted to marry me? Come on. There had to be something else.
Let me think. Yeah, pretty much. I can't think of anything else that's good about you. But if you have at least one good point about you, isn't that a great thing? By marrying you, I'm recognizing it. I'm saying it's good enough to be the only reason I'd marry you. You should be happy.
I'm not. Nothing about that's good. This is all wrong.
Why? It's thanks to that you got married to a super cool hot guy like me. I'd totally be out of your league otherwise. There's nothing better than this.
I can't do this anymore. I can't keep up with you. I don't understand your way of thinking at all.
Uh-huh. And what's that supposed to mean?
You shouldn't marry someone solely because they give you a financial benefit. You shouldn't look down on your wife and order her around. And if you think you can, then we can't stay together like this. I've lost all confidence in our relationship.
Oh, hold up. Don't tell me you're gonna divorce me.
That's the only option I have. I can't be with you anymore. Not after learning who you really are.
What the hell? You think it's okay for you to go ahead and make those kinds of decisions on your own?
That's rich coming from you. You've done nothing but make decisions on your own. I can't spend the rest of my life with someone like you.
We just got married. You think it's gonna fly?
I do. Actually, I'm glad you were stupid enough to show your true colors sooner rather than later. God forbid if I'd spend years married to you. I'd be even more heartbroken than I am now.
Oh, don't screw with me. You know how hard I've worked to get this far. I even had to marry an ugly wench like you.
Ooh, so you've been thinking I was ugly this whole time too? You're just making me more and more sure of myself. I can't be with you. The only option I have is to divorce you. Staying with you isn't an option.
No way, I have waited for you a whole 2 years.
That's just because I was going to become the CEO, not because you actually cared about me.
If you're gonna divorce me anyway, then you're cheating me out of what I'm rightfully owed. And by God, I'm gonna get compensated for it.
What are you talking about?
I wasted my time by marrying an uggo like you know? If you're gonna put my efforts to waste, then you'd better bet that I'll be claiming alimony.
Fine, I'll consult a lawyer about it.
So, are you actually serious about the divorce?
Of course I am. I can't stand being married to someone like you.
Wow, look at this uggo thinking that she can get whatever she wants. Fine. Oh, I just had a thought.
Which is?
I've decided I'm gonna take everything I can. Bring on the divorce. Don't let me see you sniffling or crying later. No one else but me will ever want to marry you again.
Nick, I have something I need to discuss with you.
What's that? Have you decided how much money you're gonna need to be paying me? I mean, you did go and decide to divorce me all on your own. You have the obligation to pay me for the trouble that you're causing me.
That's not why I came to talk to you.
What is it then? I already turned in the divorce papers. Don't say that you want to take me back now, because it is not happening.
Of course not. In your dreams.
Then what? What else is there to talk about aside from the alimony? Oh, is it that you want me to reduce it? Because that's not happening either, little Miss CEO.
No, that's not it. Stop coming to these weird conclusions. I'm contacting you because I'm gonna have you fired from the company.
Excuse me? What are you even saying? Aren't you getting your personal affairs involved with business? You have no right to be doing that. If my ex, who's the CEO of my company, fires me because of our divorce, that's grounds for unfair termination. And you bet I'm gonna sue. Don't think I'll hold back just because we used to be married.
Rest assured, I wouldn't fire you over something like that. You of all people should know I'm not a fan of involving my personal matters in my business.
Then why then? What did you think I did that was worth terminating my contract for? Oh, I get it. You probably do still have some feelings left for me. And it'll be too painful to see my face after the divorce. Oh. I can't say I don't understand, but I'm still gonna sue.
I haven't said one word about that.
No. I completely understand if you don't want to say it. You want to hold onto your pride in the end. I get it. I did break your heart. On second thoughts, I won't sue. I'm a merciful man. I'll quit of my own volition for your sake. But in exchange, you owe me 5 times the normal amount of severance pay. I think that's a fair trade.
Excuse me?
And I'm gonna get that alimony from you too, so don't forget about that. Oh, that's right. There's the whole division of property thing too.
What is all this? We were only married for a week. Not only that, you went on a trip with your mother immediately after our wedding. I literally haven't seen you since we exchanged our vows. We haven't spent a single day living together as a couple, yet you want to talk about alimony? Why do you think I have to pay that?
Of course, alimony is an essential part of the divorce package. Someone's gotta pay it.
If you're going to say that, then the insults you've been hurling my way are worth recovering compensation for. And I can't believe you're talking about division of property. We don't own anything together, so what is there to divide between us? Not to mention we haven't spent a single day together as a couple.
So, we were still married. The second we got married, it should mean that our assets get divided between us.
So that's how you think it works? In case you didn't know, the reason property divisions are a thing is because after you've been living together as a couple for a while, you'll have money you saved up together or things you bought, and it's hard to decide what belongs to who, since those clear lines get blurred. We haven't spent even a day living together. What exactly needs to get distributed between us? Everything that's in the house is what I bought before I married you.
What, really? Well, that's a bummer. Well, I still get the alimony and severance pay, so I guess that's fine in its own way.
Anyway, don't you have something else you should be worrying about? Something more important?
Like what?
Like you were going on about suing me a minute ago? Something about mixing up personal and business matters? But just so you know, I've already beaten you to the punch. I filed a lawsuit against you.
Huh? No way. You what?
Yeah. You see, this past week I looked into all the work you were involved in with our company. And you sure did a whole lot.
Of course, I'm a very capable man. Thanks for noticing my hard work.
That's not what I mean. Are you gonna play dumb? Do you think you still haven't been caught?
What are you talking about?
You've been embezzling money from the company, haven't you? For a while now, I've been getting contacted about how something weird was going on with the company's money, that they weren't sure where it's been going, how they were unaccounted for expenditures. That's why I was looking into the matter in the first place. I hadn't been doing that with the intention to expose you, but who would have thought it was your doing all along?
I wasn't embezzling anything. I was just using my own money. How dare you accuse me of something like that? I didn't do anything wrong.
Wow, so you're just gonna blatantly lie to me now, are you? There's no way that was your own money. I looked into it myself. There's no mistaking it. You were taking company money and using it as your own.
I married you.
Okay. Did you think I was gonna let you off the hook because of that? Marrying me and embezzling funds from our company are two separate matters entirely.
You're the CEO. If you're the CEO, that means everything in the company belongs to you. And as someone who was once your husband, all that stuff is also my stuff. I had a right to that money. It's not like I'm still using it now. It's fine.
I have no idea how you came to that conclusion other than to try and save your own hide. People say the wildest stuff when they feel backed into a corner, huh? You know that's not an acceptable excuse. And even if it was an acceptable excuse, that still won't fly. You know why? We were civilly married the day before our wedding. That means you were embezzling funds when you were still just a regular employee totally unrelated to me.
I was your fiancé at that point. Same difference. I might as well have been your husband already at that point. So I could use how much I wanted whenever I wanted with no repercussions.
First of all, it's not uncommon to break up engagements, so you shouldn't have assumed that. Second, I'm the CEO, but even I don't have a right to the company's money. What makes you think you can? That money belongs to the company and the company alone. I can't use it for myself. And then there's you. You're just a regular employee. Of course, it's not okay if I take the money either. But if you take the company's money to use for your own purposes, then that's just a crime.
Say what? What do you mean it's a crime?
You know that this kind of thing is called embezzlement. Embezzlement is a crime. Follow?
And that's why you're suing?
Of course. And I think it's a perfectly valid reason to. That aside, I also filed a criminal complaint. Rest assured, you'll be paying for your crimes one way or another. You can't run away from the law.
This is all a joke, right? You're just trying to get back at me because I hurt your feelings or whatever.
You know me. As much as I hate you, I'm not the type to pull pranks. I'm dead serious.
I was your husband. Are you saying you're okay with making me into a criminal?
Yep. It's no skin off my nose. I prioritize protecting the company's well-being over a lowlife like you. And you're forgetting that it's not me who's making you a criminal. You did that to yourself. As the CEO and an upstanding citizen, I simply have a duty to report it. I can't let it slide just because you used to be my husband. If anything, it's exactly because you were my former husband that I'd seek out severe punishment for any of your wrongdoings.
You're a demon. Don't you have a shred of human decency in you?
Toward you? Nope. I don't think you deserve it. And I don't have a single memory of being your wife. Now that I look back on everything, I'm so glad you betrayed my trust and went on that trip with your mom. It made me understand good and well what kind of person you were early on. Thanks to that, I could swiftly divorce you with no regrets. What a relief! I got to cut you off before I got too attached.
No way.
I was distraught after my father's death. I was mentally and emotionally broken. I can't believe I had to rely on a selfish pig like you of all people. Lesson learned, I suppose. From now on, I ought to be a better judge of character when meeting new people. I'd hate to get involved with another parasite like you who only intends to use me.
So did you seriously sue me? That wasn't a joke?
Of course I did. Why would I hold back? Oh, by the way, I'm having you repay me for the money I gave you for the honeymoon. You know, the money that you misused. In case you weren't aware, that came out of my personal savings.
No, that was taken from my wages, wasn't it?
Don't you know how much your own salary is? If I had done that, you wouldn't have any money left. I felt sorry for you, so I stepped in to pay for everything myself. Oh, right, I remember now. You were using the company's money as part of your own wallet. You probably had no idea what was actually your money and what money belonged to the company anymore.
Hey, what's gonna happen to me?
Well, you got involved with company embezzlement, so I assume you're gonna be arrested?
No way, are you saying that I'm gonna have a criminal record?
Indeed. Truly, divorcing you was the right choice. It would have been embarrassing to stay married to a criminal. And of course, I'm gonna take back everything you stole from the company. You better prepare yourself now.
And you're really gonna fire me?
Tell me, what company out there would continue employing a worker who has been proven to be embezzling funds from them? because it wouldn't be a very sane one, I'll tell you that.
I'm begging you, please dismiss the lawsuit. Don't sue me. I'll do anything.
No way! You better own up to the consequences of your own actions.
Oh, don't be so cold. You're the only one I can rely on, please. Does the year we spent together not mean anything to you?
What happened to your mother? Isn't she supposed to be there for you? You have no right to be relying on me. Anyway, say hi to the police for me. I'm sure you're eager to see them.
Please, I'm begging you. Forgive me.
With the help of a lawyer, I filed a criminal complaint after gathering the evidence I needed. The police launched a criminal investigation that led to my former husband's arrest. Based on their findings, it seems he decided to start embezzling funds the moment we got engaged. The sheer nerve of that man! He honestly thought he wouldn't get caught. I don't know if he's actually going to wind up behind bars or not, since that all depends on how the upcoming trial goes, but he hasn't returned any of the money he took. As such, there's not really any room for his sentence to be reduced. Of course, no matter what happens, I intend to get that money back. But I can't help but regret that I ever married such a pathetic and self-centered man in the first place. In retrospect, it probably wasn't the best idea to marry one of my own employees. Sure, I hadn't been a CEO at the time I met him, but I should have been more aware of the power differences, especially since he'd continue working in the same company. Still, at the time I thought he cared enough for me that it'd all work out anyway. I should have known. I don't intend to let it get me down forever, though. I'm gonna turn this energy into something productive that'll drive me to do my best for my company. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far to the end, be sure to hit like and subscribe to see more content just like this. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and we'll see you next time.